Hello YouTube, William here. I thought I would make a quick video about a system that we built years and years ago. This is a PTO powered or power takeoff air compressor system. This system we built for off-site sandblasting, and this unit works extremely well. I had a really old video of it running that I took basically on a flip phone, and I opted to delete that video from YouTube because it just wasn't very good. It was grainy and the audio was terrible. You will just have to take my word for it. This unit is just in storage right now, but it worked so well that we thought we would never sell it. A large anhydrous tank just for more volume. You can see here this was a random iron frame that we had. All of this compressor setup was actually all built out of used spare parts that we had laying around the shop, even down to the belts on the unit. I'm looking now at the air compressor side of the unit. This is a Quincy model 315. It's quite a large unit. I think it had a 10 or 15 horsepower electric motor on it. The pulley and the bearings down low were used. These were on channel iron, and I cut these slots in freehand years and years ago. That gave me my adjustment. I built this bearing stand here. Again, this was all used. The bearing, everything discolored, even down to the belts. It was kind of astounding. We had so much stuff laying around. Just kind of a good look over of the unit. Since we were going from a large pulley, because this is ran off of 540 PTO, since we were going to a large, from a large pulley, to a small pulley, I had these, I think they were 105 finger belts, and we thought, oh, those will wear out in a year or two, and they're still going. They were all chewed up when I put them on. It's kind of astounding. We had this belted to where we actually didn't even have to run the tractor at full 540 to have the compressor keep up with us. This was, again, a used slide mount that we had. The reason you have to use a Quincy compressor, I'm not sure if other compressors do this or not, but the Quincy air compressor has a hydraulic unloader, is what I've been told that this system is. And so what that allows you to do is to run the compressor full time. So this never stops spinning right here. Once the system comes up to pressure, it just opens up and bypasses the pistons and lets the compressor basically freewheel. Another thing I did immediately was, one, I added a small airline and then our large airline here, but I put pop-offs throughout. I think these are 150 PSI pop-offs, and then an air PSI gauge as well. Earlier in the video, I had mentioned that we were able to get by running our tractor slower than the 540 RPM that I belted everything up to. When this is running at 540 RPM, the input shaft is running at 540, I should say. The air compressor was running the exact speed that the original electric motor was turning it. We had no issues. We used this thing for about 5 years straight, and we ran it off of our Farmall 404 LP gas, which is nothing more than a Super C. But we didn't ever have any damage to the air compressor as far as we know. However, it wasn't spinning as fast as the original motor was spinning it. So we never had a problem, but your experience may differ. We bought this Quincy 315 air compressor as a backup for our main shop compressor. This is an identical unit to it. And this unit had been setting for a long time before we opted to make it into this PTO driven unit. And something to note about Quincy's, if they set for a long time, these heads up here, when you fire them up for the first time, you will hear air kind of hissing out of here. And I ended up taking it to an air compressor shop once it was all built, and they said that's no problem. That's just kind of what Quincy's do until they get limbered back up. I'm just going to do a little general walk around. Do this at your own risk. This system worked flawless for me. I mean, you could not kill it. Just flawless performance for like 5 years straight. And I'm talking, we were using this thing. Sometimes my uncle would put 8 and 10 hour days running this thing continuously. That, of course, we did have our periodic maintenance done, keep up on our oil, check our tractor oil, things of that nature. This is what worked for me. Just kind of wanted to share it because there's not a lot of information on this on YouTube. So I did all the welding. Charlie helped me design a lot of it, but I took everything to fruition. Built all of this. This was, I think, a 2-inch valve we just had laying around. And it worked extremely well. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. The channel is monetized now, so that's very, very exciting. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And we'll see you next time.